last class we have just studied about the terms gravitational potential energy and gravitational energy. Now we are moving on to next thing, the factors how the acceleration due to gravity affect. Acceleration due to gravity affect according to the height of the object and depth of the object. That is what we are going to see. So you can, next heading you can write it down. Variation in acceleration due to gravity, that's a major one, major topic. Variation in acceleration due to gravity. The first one we are going to discuss is variation of g with respect to altitude. Variation in acceleration g with respect to altitude. First you give a common heading. First one, in that first case, variation of g with respect to altitude. So you can just draw this picture alone. Writing I will tell you, don't write. Altitude means height. Those who do not, you can write in bracket height. Only draw the diagram, writing don't do now. I'll tell you what to write. Okay, so children, what we are considering here, so far we already know what is the acceleration due to gravity at the surface of Earth. That is what we have already studied. Just imagine you consider an object which is above the surface of the Earth. It can be a satellite or it can be a moon. So that is what this line, and you know that from the center of the Earth to up to surface of the Earth is radius. That distance is known as radius, and from the surface of the Earth to that object of mass m, we consider the height h. Therefore, what will be the total distance where the satellite or any object is surrounding? What is the total distance now in this case? From the center of the Earth to this object at a particular height, what will be the total distance now, Nandana?
R plus h.
R plus h. Okay, you understood. So that case is the one. In that case, we are going to find out acceleration due to gravity. So that is the first one. So you can write the introduction part. Consider a body placed at the point P above the Earth's surface, at a distance of h. Then below that you write, we have acceleration due to gravity. We have acceleration due to gravity, small g equal to this one, gm, capital Gm divided by capital R square. That you can write it as equation 1. So G is equal to Gm by R square. That you write it as equation 1. Next line. Next line. If the same, okay, already we have given introduction. Write down. Below that, thus, acceleration due to gravity, acceleration due to gravity of the body at point P, at point P, we consider as G dash. This is G. We consider G dash, that is equal to Gm divided by R plus H square. That is equation 2. So instead of capital R, we have to substitute R plus H. Now divide equation 2 by equation 1. Equation 2 divided by equation 1 implies G dash by G equal to, substitute these values in the equation, Gm by R plus H square divided by a fraction upon a fraction, so similar thing can be cancelled. So Gm and Gm get cancelled. G dash by G. Okay, did you complete? Krishna Chandran? Where are you? Did you submit your art integrator project, Krishna?
Yes, ma'am.
So you submitted both investigatory?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, did you complete, children? Can I change the slide? So now what is remaining? It's a fraction upon fraction. So R squared goes up. So next line you can write. Therefore, G dash by G is equal to R squared divided by R plus H square. What you are going to do means you have to go to expand R plus H square, because this is in terms of A plus B square. So R squared plus 2HR plus H square. And next step, we are going to take it out R square. When you take it R square out, in the denominator, you will get R square 1 plus 2HR. 2HR doesn't have an R square. So if you want to take it out, we have to divide and multiply with another R. So when you divide and multiply with another R, this R square come this side, but in the denominator there will be another R plus H squared by R square. I hope you understood. So since we didn't have R square here, so we have to divide and multiply with one R, and similarly in H square also we don't have it. So we have to take it out like that. Now what is remaining here? So this is G dash by G. This R square and numerator R squared get cancelled. And now look at the denominator. Denominator is another A plus B square format. That is 1 plus H by R all square. Is it so? So this r square we got cancelled. So finally you are getting 1 plus 2h by r plus h squared by r square. That is going to be another a plus b square format of what? 1 is a, h by r is b. Therefore you get a squared plus 2ab, 2 into h by r. A is 1 and b square, that is h squared by r square. So instead of this, you can write in that format, that is 1 by 1 plus h by r square. Any doubt? Okay.
Ma'am,
Yes,
can you repeat the other step once again?
the last step.
Before that,
Okay. This one, the first line, Meenakshi. No, before that. Okay, I just
r square by
this one, r squared by r plus h all square. So
and when we take r square outside,
so we have to take it r square outside. So here there is r square is there. Here you don't have r square. So usually what do, in order to make it r square, we will divide and multiply with r. So this numerator r is going to be r square. Okay, then what is remaining? If you consider, you are getting now only h by r. Similarly, h square also doesn't have an r square. So in mathematical, in order to make a equivalent proportion, we usually do divide and multiply with the same number or letter. Here we have a letter, but it is same number. So that is what we are able to take it out r square. Did you understand? So now what is remaining? 1 plus this 2h by r plus h square. This is again a plus b all square. Okay? Any doubt for any other students? All the steps are clear, no? So this derivation you have to study. Okay? Whatever derivation I gave you before, that is only to understand that concept only. In that cases, you have to learn only definitions and the formula. But from this onwards, you need to study the derivation. Clear? Okay. So now I am going to change the slide again. Now what we are going to do means, you are going to take up this one. So naturally, square become minus. So next line, g dash by g is equal to 1 plus h by r to the power of minus 2. Okay, I'm just talking to your max, ma'am, because now from here onwards we are going to introduce a max binomial expansion, but ma'am was said that that is deleted from your +1 max. Okay, so I just give you that formula only to understand this one. So you will not be studying binomial expansion, but we are using in physics. That's binomial expansion means you have this kind of things. Already everyone knows square how to do, you know cube how to do, you know 5 how to do, 6 how to do. So suppose if more than, instead of 2, if we have some other terms, maybe 26 and all, it's very difficult for us to find out, correct? 1 plus x raised to 20. So this is for that. In maths, we are learning a binomial expansion. Usually in +1 it is there. Now it has been deleted for you this year. But I just give you the equation. Only you have to learn that. So 1 plus x raised to, here we consider h by r as x. So 1 plus x raised to minus n. So this is the standard formula of binomial expansion. In that first term, 1 minus nx. Second term, x square, n minus 1, n into x square. Correct? Okay, so just you write this much, that's enough. So this is 1 into 2, we call it as 2 factorial, like this. Okay, so actually we don't want the third term, we only want to consider the first term, that is 1 minus nx. So just write down by binomial expansion. You can write down by binomial expansion. By binomial expansion, 1 plus x to the power of minus n is equal to 1 minus nx plus n into n minus 1 x square divided by 1 into 2. So in mathematical, this 1 into 2, we call it as 2 factorial. Okay. No need. So then it continue like that. Again it come minus, etc., etc. You don't want to learn all that. Only we require only this term. That's the one. So according to that, you can write down if h is very, very much less than r. If h is very much less than r, we ignore higher powers of h by r. That's it. So we don't want this one. We only wanted first two term. It is minus n. It's okay. That's not required. Actually, this much is enough. Did you write, children? Okay. Now we ignore h by r means we don't want the third term, n into n minus 1 x square, that term. So we are only left with 1 minus nx. That's it. 1 minus n means here minus 2. So instead of n, we substitute 2. Instead of x, we substitute h by r. Okay. That's it. So after that you can write by binomial theorem. After writing that, by binomial theorem, g dash by g is equal to 1 minus 2h by r. Only that's enough for us. 1 minus 2h by r. Thus, what you finally you will get. Now next step means cross multiply. So we have to find out the g dash. Our aim is finding out the g dash. So if you cross multiply with g, you are going to get g dash is equal to g into 1 minus 2h by r. So this is the equation, acceleration due to gravity of an object above the surface of the earth. So from this, what you will understand? Acceleration due to gravity above the surface is the multiples of acceleration due to gravity of earth. G dash is equal to g into. That means multiples of acceleration due to gravity of earth. So from this, what we understand means, as altitude increases, the g dash, the acceleration due to gravity, decreases. Okay? So g dash is equal to g into this. So that is the reason. Okay? So write down. Thus, as altitude h increases, the corresponding acceleration due to gravity acceleration due to gravity above the surface of the earth, corresponding acceleration due to gravity above the surface of the earth, above the surface of the earth, above the surface of the earth, G dash decreases. So this is the reason for weightlessness. Okay, if you go to moon, if you go to space, why we people are feeling weightlessness? Okay, because of this reason. As altitude increases, the acceleration due to gravity decreases. Okay, so you can write down, thus loss of weight, loss of weight of a body at an altitude h is equal to weight of the body at surface of earth, at the surface of the earth, minus weight of the body above the surface of earth. Now we substitute the equation. Weight of the body at earth, already we know F is equal to mg. If you multiply 9.8 with our mass, you will get weight of the body. So mg minus mg dash. Mg minus mg dash. So that means we substitute the value of g dash here. So you will get mg minus m into g into 1 minus 2h by r. So we are just substituting. Now what we do? First we expand this. G into 1 minus 2h by r. So we expand the second term. That's equal to mg into minus m into g minus mg minus m into g minus 2hr. It is going to be mg into 2h by r. First mg and second mg got cancelled, and finally we remain loss of weight. Loss of weight is equal to 2 mgh divided by r. So if you want to find out the loss, suppose you are in the space. If you want to find out how much weight you lost, you just multiply 2 into mass of you. Suppose you are a 60 kg person, 2 into mass of you and plus 9.8 into at what height? Suppose you are away from 100 kilometers away from the surface of the earth, divided by capital R. So this has been used in the aeronautical engineering, aeronautical, the thing which is related to the aeroplane and all that. So we can find out mathematically. Suppose an aeroplane is a particular altitude. We can use this equation and you can find out how much is the weight loss. So this is the reason when you fly, this is the reason when you fly in the flight, you don't feel it, whether you are in the flight or whether you are flying or not. In the beginning, only take on time and take off. There is a jerk, okay? Because one take on time means you are breaking the gravitational force and then moving little up. Takeoff means you are coming from a loss of weightness to weight. So that is the jerk in the beginning of take on flight and take off flight. Okay. So that is the time air resistance, everything is very too much. That's why they tell you to keep a cotton in your ear. Otherwise, the vibration of the aeroplane jerk may affect your eardrum. So that's why they told you to put the cotton. Some of them put in the cotton inside. Otherwise, those are used to aeroplane every now and then it's not a problem, matter of fact of that. But a person who fly first time, they will have lot of experience like that. And those are normally travel by flight, it's not a problem. Okay. So that's why we have to find out the weightless. So this is the reason inside the aeroplane, you didn't feel at all. Okay. Whether you are, how much altitude is above the surface of the earth. Clear? So first case is over. I'm going to end the meeting and I will rejoin because for recording we have to break the session. So next class also mine, I think so. So I end the meeting, you rejoin again. Okay? Thank you.